I wake up suddenly from a dream that I was falling. My room is pitch black as my eyes peel open and try to find a familiar object in the void. The window blinds are open and the faint moonlight seeps in, allowing me to see the dim glint of light off of my doorknob. My heartbeat is still pulsing in my head, and I can feel the cold sweat on my brow. I reach over to my nightstand where I always keep a glass of water and take a sip from the plastic cup. My eyes are adjusting to the darkness as I sit up in bed and lean against the headboard. I set the glass back down on the wooden table and reach for the pull string on the lamp, but to my dismay it clicks with no effect. The room is still encased in shadows. My heart flutters again as I remember a piece of my nightmare, and something about the situation just feels off. I can't explain it in any other way than the feeling of being watched from across a room. Directly across from my bed is my dresser, with assorted trinkets strewn about. To the left of that is my closet door and the window, and to the right, on the opposite corner, is my bedroom door. I know that I am alone in my room. Well, my entire house is empty, in fact, but I don't feel alone. I can see the outlines of everything in the room now, and as I look to the closet doors, my eyes squinting, I noticed that it's slightly cracked. What was it that woke me up? Was it a noise? It must have been the hinges of my door opening as the air conditioning turned on. I look to my nightstand to check the time on my digital clock and realize that the screen is black. I lean over to make sure it's still plugged into the wall, which it is. I see now. The power must have gone out. That explains why it's so dark. The street light outside my window usually helps illuminate the room. If that's the case though, that means the AC couldn't have possibly. My thoughts are interrupted by another noise coming from the right side of my bedroom. It sounds like a doorknob rattling. I reach into the drawer of my nightstand and slowly pull out my revolver. The moonlight from the window is dissipating as clouds pass in front of it, and my eyes no longer have anything to help them. Utter darkness. Even darker than I thought it could be. It's almost as if I went blind or shut my eyes completely. No shapes, no shadows or silhouettes, just blackness and the rattling sound coming from my closet? I can hear scratching inside my closet. It sounds like fingernails against the drywall and the rustling of my plastic wrapped suits. Hello? Who the hell's in there? I have a gun and I'm calling the police. The noises stop, and I'm left with just the sound of my heartbeat in my ears and my thoughts. I slowly pull the blankets off of me and reach over to the other side of my bed for the landline. I feel around until I find the receiver and press it against my ear without taking my eyes off the direction of the closet. There's no dial tone though. The familiar sound has been replaced by a low humming, something similar to that of a distant car engine idling. Pushing the buttons doesn't change anything either. I drop the phone onto the table and jump off the bed with my revolver, clutching it with both hands and back into the farthest corner away from the door. The clouds are parting now, letting in rays of blue glowing light, revealing what I feared most. The closet door is now wide open, and a tall, shadowy figure is standing in the doorway. I can make out the features of its contorted face just briefly. Its eye sockets are too far from where there should be a nose, and one of them is lower than the other. Its mouth is almost human-like, but without lips, and it stretches to just beneath each empty socket, causing it to sit at an awkward angle. The teeth are glowing white, but they aren't human either. Sharp and jagged with no distinct pattern or spacing. Its body is just a silhouette that's holding the face perfectly still in the light that is now almost completely dissolved. And with the light vanishing, I aim my gun at the figure and pull the trigger. The hammer just lightly clicks as it's released and nothing else happens. Oh no, it's not even loaded. I look to my left for the drawer, but the void has encompassed everything around me and I can see nothing again. I can feel my legs trembling as a warm liquid runs down them and the scratching sound starts again from the direction of the creature. I need those bullets. I make up my mind and lunge into the darkness in an attempt to land on the bed and fumble around for the box of rounds. But as I jump, I realize that my bed wasn't there, and I feel as though I'm falling, as if jumping into the darkness was the same as jumping into a hole. I can feel the wind in my hair and on my face as I fall into nothing. I can hear it whistling over my ears and feel it rippling the fabric of my shirt. I can see nothing with my eyes open, and the harsh wind is drying them out, so I close them. The wind stops. The sensation of falling goes away. I can only hear a small scratching sound. I open my eyes, and I wake up suddenly from a dream that I was falling. What was it that woke me up? Was it a noise?